UFC 318 goes down this weekend. Max Holloway versus Dustin Poirier in the main event, and I'm going to go through the full card. Yeah, that's right, giving you all my premium predictions because I'm super good at this. There's 14 fights on the card. I'm just going to move down here for you so you can see what we're looking at. You know, you're a part of this too. Come along with the journey. But yeah, 14 fights, and I know this card's copping a lot of flack because it's not pay-per-view worthy. Daniel Rodriguez on the main card? Are you joking me? Opening it up with what? Michael Johnson? How dare you? But what I will say, my first prediction of the card, this will be the best card of the year, performance-wise, and holy crap, what just happened, wars and bangers. I reckon this is the best card of the year, and in the comment sections, people are going to say, well, and casuals thought this was bad, and man, y'all really slept on this card. It was a banger. It was always going to be good. You can already see that. But we're going to start off with the girls at the bottom and make our way through the 14 others. I'm very excited for this card, actually. So yeah, let's get into it with Carli Judice versus Nicolle Caliari, and I shall be taking. Does it have the odds there yet? Moderate underdog, and I shall be taking Carli Judice to start off the night. 4-2. She's got one of those tougher brother records, 4-2. But I really believe in this girl. She's super good. Trains with like Rose and shit. Nicolle Caliari, she's good as well. Split against Ernesta Katiskate. Pretty. Oh wait, she lost, but pretty impressive. I just think she's not as good as Carli Judice. Yep. And I'll lock that in there. But no, she can grapple and stuff, but Carli's super good. Really good striking and everything. Like, Carli Judice is really good. She's a decent fave here. I reckon she definitely wins. I'll be surprised if Nicolle wins. Because Carli, even though you can take her down, she's got pretty good grappling. This girl can gas out a bit. I'm not a full believer in her. So yeah, I'm pretty confident that Carli Judice starts off the night with a win. We move over to the middleweight section. And this is a bit short notice. Bruno Ferreira. God, where is it? Was supposed to be fighting Ikram. Shouldn't have even have gone and looked for it. Could have just told you. But Bruno Ferreira was supposed to be fighting Ikram, and that's obviously not him. It's Jackson McVey, who was supposed to fight Cedricus Dumas the other week. But now it's Bruno Ferreira, and I'll be picking him. He's a massive favourite here. He's actually been in the UFC. This guy's 6-0 and has a lot of first-round finishes. So there's a chance that he's Conor McGregor. Like, seriously, one of these days, we're going to just think, oh, yes, 6 first-round finishes on the regional scenes. Yeah, he must be a bum. All cans. And then they're going to come into the UFC and they're actually going to just show out and kill someone and look like, oh my God, that guy's the real deal. So maybe Jackson McVey is that guy. Look at that, 33-second Bravo choke. All first-round finishes. Lengthy amateur career. Fought Wes Schultz, who you may know. I won't explain him though. But yeah, so there's a chance. Massive favourite for a big relentless finisher like this. But look at that, a bit of a flabby body, 6'4", one of those white American tall middleweights that come in with a lot of finishes. Yeah. Bruno Ferreira is pretty good, and he's young. He's young as well. So they're both kind of prospects. I'm going to pick Bruno Ferreira. I actually would have picked Bruno Ferreira to beat Ikram Alaskarov anyway. So yeah, I'll stick with him. But Jackson's got a chance, 6-0 guy. 6 first-round finishes, getting counted out so heavily like he's just a bum. He's obviously not a bum, but he might be. A lot of cans. You can't trust the regional records they come in from. We move on to the light heavies. No, sorry. Heavyweights. Ryan Spann is up at heavyweight now against Lukasz Brzeski. Honestly, a bit of a difficult one, I think you would agree, because Ryan Spann looked like dog shit in his last one. Brzeski's the only guy that can beat Walter Walker. So this is weird. But I do think it's his second time in heavyweight now, so he'll be much used to carrying that weight. Also, it seemed like he just pissed around, came in fat, thought he would just KO a fat guy. It was a bit unlucky that he got Waldo Cortez anyway, but like he saw Kennedy's success. Him and Kennedy are best friends and training partners. Saw Kennedy's success and thought he was just going to KO a bunch of people. So I think he'll come in more dialed in for this one against Brzeski, who Kennedy has fought himself. So they're both similar opponent. Kennedy finished him in the first round. I will pick Ryan Spann to get maybe a KO here. Don't even forget about his signature guillotine. Maybe he rocks Brzeski and guillotines him. There is a chance Brzeski just outpoints him, but I can't trust Brzeski anymore. He's weird. He's like kind of good, but he's bad. Like beats Walter Walker, robbed by Martin Buday, but then he gets KO'd by Waldo. So does Ryan Spann. But KO, he took another one. Nuzachukwu, I suppose they're not the worst, are they? I think he took another bad loss, though. Who was that? Mick Parkin KO'd him too. Yeah, Carl Williams. Yeah, he's terrible. But beat Volta Walker. I know. Who cares? Can I come back? Yeah. But I'm going to go Ryan Spann for maybe I'll go first round KO. I really don't know. And I'll go Bruno Ferreira by second round KO, maybe. And Carli Judice by decision. Sorry, I didn't specify with the methods of victories, but yeah, should I restart the video? I just fucked up specify so hard. No, I was just playing. Alright, Ryan Spann wins KO, first round. Big 2 down the pipe, lays out Brzeski, wobbles him badly, shoots in, gilly. No, I don't know. But I'll just go KO, but maybe he gillies him. Alright, Jimmy Crute versus Marcin Prachnio. Now, hear me out, I'm a little bit gun shy going into this one. When you come off a bad week like I just did, when you only get 50% of your picks right, you don't know if you can fully trust yourself. You want to have the balls to pick Marcin Prachnio, but I've been stung now a couple times. I don't want to keep looking like the village idiot picking these underdogs that I think could definitely win. Damn, Jimmy Crute's 29, 37. Oh, okay, that's just changed my tune a little bit. But Jimmy Crute is so bad, and he is so bad. Look at his last 5. How the fuck are you going to 2 draws? Oh, damn it. And Marcin Prachnio likes to relegate between wins and losses. How long does he do this for? Hold on, is there a bit of law to this? Alright, let me fucking actually go into his profile. Hold on, hold the phone guys, sorry. How long does he like to exchange these wins and losses? Alright, win, loss, win, loss, win, loss. He was doing good against Vettori. Modestus is a good fighter, but he does get taken down by these guys. But he beat Devin Clark as a good wrestler. Oh, fuck it. I'll just stick to my guns. I'll go Marcin Prachnio, who I actually know is a good striker. He beat Khalil Roundtree. Nah, but I actually know this guy's a good striker. And he's technical. I know he's 37, but he made some silly mistakes against Modestus, and that's Modestus, who Jimmy Crute laid out in the first round. But I don't think Jimmy's beaten Modestus these days anyways. Like, Vettori, is Jimmy in that same thing? His age is putting me off, but I know this guy's shit. And Rodolfo Bellardo's striking is actually dog shit, I'm starting to realise. Draw with him. He did stay on top of Bellardo for the whole first round, but Bellardo did take himself down. And Prachnio gets taken down in his fights. And Jimmy will shoot. He's been grappling lately. Maybe I should just go Jimmy decision here, and he'll get control time, but lose on moments in the feet. Like, is Prachnio striking good enough to fully, like, win these rounds permanently? I know everyone's probably going to pick Jimmy to get the take. Fuck, I'll just stick to my guns and go Prachnio, because he's way better, I think, than Jimmy. Like, he looked good against Modestus, rocked him badly, was in that fight. Decently in the fight against Petrino, not really. He's got arm triangled a couple times. Jimmy could definitely do that, but I just think Jimmy's so bad, so his shots are going to be more obvious. His stand-up's so shit. Oh, it's 11-11 as well, make a wish, guys. I wish Islam Dulatov to have a great debut. Yeah, I'm going to go Prachnio by decision, and let's just move on. That would be one of my dogs, I suppose, but man, really second-guessing myself after a terrible last week. But moving on to something that I've been waiting for a long time, as you guys would know, unless it's your first time here, which I doubt. Islam Dulatov versus Adam Fugitt. It got pushed back. It's been rebooked. We've been waiting for Islam for a while now. The Ripper, the handsomest guy in the UFC. And I'm very excited, and I'm going to pick him, of course. I'm going to pick him by first round knockout. I actually think he might submit Adam Fugitt. Rock him badly. Fugitt shoots a city takedown and he guillotines him, because Dulatov has great wins, great gillies. This guy likes to exchange wins and losses as well, so luckily he's due for a loss, which is what's going to happen anyways. Dulatov's going to lose his fucking mind here in the first 2 minutes and absolutely smoke Fugitt in round 1, I think, is what's going to happen. Dulatov is a marauder. No, I seriously believe that. You know, you think international supermodel, walks for Versace, walks for GQ. Surely he's patient, but no, he's not. He's like the most craziest guy you'd ever think. It's like he's trying. You'd think he's ugly the way he just runs in there with his fucking head just ready to get killed, but no, he's a beast. And look at this, rear naked 34 seconds, 53 seconds rear naked. Let's do a deep dive. on Islam Dulatov because he's the best. Punches in the first round. Punches again. KO in the second. Das choke in 46 seconds. Punches. Arm triangle in 48 seconds. Guillotine in 31. Decision, but that's in boxing. So yeah, that's okay. Knee to the body. Elbow. Like, dude, this guy is a finisher. 11-1. All finishes. He's never seen the distance. Only been to the second round once, I think. He's off his head. He's 26 years old. He's handsome. He's 6'3". He's got everything. He's got range. He's got the great build. He's got power in his hands. He's got good boxing. He's super fast. God, I'm excited. Islam Dulatov by first round finish, KO. But I can see him submitting Fugitt. But I'll go KO, yeah. KO, alright. But I'm scared about Dulatov. One day he's going to gas out. Alright, moving on to the best fight on the card. I truly believe that. No, yeah, I do. Ateba Gautier versus Robert Valentin. Look at Robert getting given no chance. God damn it. But I will pick Ateba Gautier. I thought he was pretty technical in his last one. Honestly, this is a bit weird. 30 years old. He's lost his first two. Is he just going to keep losing? I really think Robert Valentin's a great underdog this week. He's got a good chin. His striking's a little bit open though. What? Gautier's listed as taller than him by 2 feet? Yeah, we'll see about that at the fucking face-offs because Valentin's ginormous. I don't think Gautier was 6'4". He's not. He just isn't. But Robzilla, this is worrying. I don't even know what's going to happen here, but this is going to go off its head. And I'm going to go Gautier by KO. Fucking hell, I hate that one actually. I don't know what to think about it. I feel like Valentin's got big power, obviously. And he's got a real presence in the cage too. But I used to think this guy was just a big power Cameroonian, but he's actually pretty technical as well. But that was Jose Medina. Oh, that's alright. I'm going to go Gautier. But 23 years old, 7-1 guy, second fight in the UFC. This one's actually not against Jose Medina, a decent fucking fighter like Robert Valentin, who's got aura and is a beast. So I really worry about this one. I can't believe they're giving him no chance. You know, he just looked good against Torres Finney, was landing big damage. But he leaves himself a little bit open. He can be cracked by big shots, and I think Gautier's pretty good. But yeah, we'll see how this goes. Valentin's got good cardio. Maybe if this gets out of the first round, it'll be iffy. Has Valentin even been KO'd? Jesus Christ, he's lost 5 times. Ground and pound. Oh, well, I remember Loader yet. I forgot that was a KO. Knee bar. But it wasn't really a KO. Punches by Iba Aslan. Wow. Okay. I wonder if that was brutal or not. But went 3 rounds with Iba Aslan. He's huge. So there you go. All right. We'll move on from that one. Gautier wins. First round KO. God, I don't believe that. I believe Valentin second round KO, if anything. No, I don't know. God, that one's weird. All right, moving on. Sorry about this one. All right, Francisco Prado versus Nikolay Veretennikov, and I will be going Nikolay Veretennikov because he's Veretennikov. Stuff it. All right, no, but Prado's shit. Prado's shit, small and super short. Oh, he's the favorite here. He actually did take down Jake Matthews, and I was like, damn, that was slick. But it was only for a moment, and Nikolay just got fucking ragdolled by Austin Vanderford. But he's a good wrestler. Vanderford is a wrestler. Prado's just a little short boxer who's tiny. Nikolay has a crafty jab. He is actually pretty slick on the feet. He gave Michael Morales a tough fight on the Contender Series, then went on a run outside the UFC. Now he's come back. Danny Barlow split. That didn't look too bad. This one looked horrible, but the odds, they kind of knew. But like, I'm not going to pick the little short Argentinian guy that's in the wrong weight class, shouldn't even be in welterweight, to go out and take down Nikolay every round when he boxes. And he's a short little boxer with shitty range. He's never showed us anything in the UFC. Did he knocked out Ottoman Azaita? Or his brother, Ottoman? No, he got him. Yeah, but but he's just so short. And I reckon Nikolay's going to stick him with the jab and kicks at range and better striking, and Prado might get a takedown, but he won't dominate all 3 rounds with the takedowns because that's not what he does. He'll gas out. So I'm going to go Nikolay. Yep, Nikolay wins. Slight underdog as well. Oh, I like that one. He's like a genuine welterweight who's technical and good. Michael Morales to a decision. Prado is a tiny little fucker. Pocket-sized. Put him in your pocket. All right, Marvin Vettori versus Brendan Allen. Not the headliner of the prelims. God, this fight's good, isn't it? Vinicius Oliveira versus Kyler Phillips should take this spot. This should move down. And then Vettori Allen takes this spot. Holland Rodriguez, and then we've got ourselves a decent main card. But what would I know? But yeah, Marvin Vettori versus Brendan Allen. Brendan Allen, I mean, Marvin Vettori's a big underdog this weekend, which I'm not quite understanding, and I actually will pick him. I will be picking him, just because, now actually coming into this, I thought Brendan Allen probably might have slicker striking, but he's got way less power than Dolidze, so I don't think Vettori's going to be that hesitant. And also, although he might even have the edge in the striking, doesn't mean he's not going to shoot a dumb takedown and pull himself on bottom. He's a fucking moron. And also, now this isn't the only reason I'm picking him, but Marvin Vettori's brother just passed away. His younger brother, super sad. And I do think that helps. I think, you know, the above beings, I don't know, the above beings are going to be on his side. Often when people lose a close family member, they pull off a great win. Ngannou with his son. Damon Jackson lost his brother before the Pat Sabatini fight. Had a great performance where he KO'd him. I reckon Marvin's going to stay basic on the feet, land good shots on Brendan Allen. Brendan Allen might be getting the better of the striking for the first 2 minutes, and then he's going to shoot a single leg, pull himself on bottom, and then Vettori might ride out the rounds or something like that. So I reckon this will definitely go the distance. I don't see Brendan Allen dominating Vettori or getting his back, or really taking him down. He's a big, stocky guy who's strong. Allen's takedowns are pretty shit, but he's got good grappling once it hits the mat, so he can maybe reverse a Fluffy Hernandez. And I know he did good against Fluffy Hernandez on the feet and hurt him a couple of times, but Fluffy Hernandez is a victim. He's a victim on the feet, gets hurt by literally everyone he fights. So, and is never out striking anyone or doing anything. So Allen landing some decent shit doesn't really impress me. And I like that Marvin Vettori's just had a family member loss. Not that I like that. That was probably a weird thing to say, but you get what I'm saying there with that. Like, that helps a little bit. You know, if Brendan Allen's mum just died and Vettori's family was fine, I'd be picking Brendan Allen, honest to God. But yeah, Marvin Vettori wins this one by decision, outdoing Brendan Allen, and Brendan Allen still making some dumb decisions. I reckon Vettori might ride out one of these rounds just in full guard. Brendan Allen's done something stupid, and Vettori will land some good shots. Brendan Allen's very hittable, and he's got no sting in his shot as well, which is what I like in comparison to why Vettori looks shit against Dolidze with big power. I'm going to pick Dolidze to beat Fluffy, by the way. Just heads up. All right, moving on to the headline of the prelims. And you know what? I actually hadn't decided who I was going to pick in this one, because I know Phillips gassed out, grappling relentlessly against Rob Font, but when he strikes, he doesn't really gas. He doesn't gas. And Vinicius is on a run, but they've been very... it's been good. It's been good. But Saeed and Kyler Phillips are very similar. Really good strikers, probably more technical than him. Saeed was landing all the better stuff in the first round, and Kyler Phillips might do the same, but they both slow down. They both do too much. It's honestly a very similar matchup. I don't think Kyler's going to grapple here or will be able to. Lockdog just walks through everything. He's got a granite chin. I've been thinking that Phillips might outdo him for the first 2 rounds, just with better striking. I didn't mute that, did I? But God, 6% giving Phillips a chance. That is insane. This gives me like mix Batista vibes. And fucking Phillips trains with Batista and Marcus McGee and stuff. And Vinicius is just crazy. It's a 3-rounder. But I'll pick him to win 2 and 3. I don't know. I don't have the balls on me to pick Phillips. But I really reckon he can win. Everyone's just going to discount him. Everyone loves Vinicius. He's on the hype train, and people don't believe in Kyler anymore. But I think this is a weird one, a 3-rounder striking matchup between Phillips and Oliveira. Oliveira just runs forward like Buckley or Dricus, to be fair. I don't know if he can beat Dricus at bantamweight, but he did beat Saeed, and that's close enough to Kyler Phillips, I think. Like, Carli Phillips will slow down, probably lose round 3. Vinicius never stops coming forward, walks through everything. And I don't really think Kyler's got too much pop in his shots to really crack him. Maybe like a Piotr Yan beats a Vinicius Oliveira, even a Marcus McGee, someone that can like really keep it on and keep it up, a Song Yadong. But Kyler might be doing good early, but Vinicius will be putting it on him, gassing him out. But I'm worried about that one, super worried. And that's the headline of the prelims done. Michael Johnson versus Daniel Zellhuber on the main card. And I'll be going Daniel Zellhuber, of course. I don't think Michael Johnson wins this one. I actually reckon he'll get KO'd eventually. Have I been saying how everyone else is going to win? I'll go Vinicius decision, Vettori decision, Nikolay decision. Oh, I have Ateba KO first, Dulatov KO. Really, every time I say Ateba first round KO, it just, there's a sense of that doesn't happen in me, you know? You ever feel that, where you just don't believe it, but you think that's what should happen, but when you say it, you just can't even bring yourself to believe it. But Michael Johnson versus Daniel Zellhuber goes down on the main card. Don't know why Oliveira versus Phillips couldn't take that spot. It's like a 10 times better fight. They're both ranked, but that's okay. UFC is silly. But this, apparently the headline of the prelims, the most watched fight, but do you want money or not? But do they not have a deal signed at the moment? So who are they trying to really get pay-per-view points for? Is that a thing? Am I onto something there? Because aren't they trying to sign a deal right now? So like, why waste a banger card on, you know, reaching pay-per-view points for the deal you've got signed if you don't have one signed? So maybe that's why we're getting some shitty cards. But anyway, Zellhuber, I don't think I have to say too much here. He should be way better than Michael Johnson. Michael Johnson's still fast and kind of still has it, but he's chinny. He's open and he still is wild. 39 years of age. Zellhuber's 26. He's getting better every time. He's got that dog in him. Lost his Oda Trey Ogden, he looks shit. But Volta Walker loses his old. Peyton Talbot. We've seen it all before when an undefeated fighter loses their Oda a shit fighter. I picked Rivovix to beat him. That's my claim to fame. Shout out me. But yeah, Zellhuber way better. I reckon he'll TKO him in like round 2 or 3. I'll go 3. Or 2. Oh, damn. I'll go 3. 2. Yeah, I'll go 2. But way better. Michael Johnson, too open, too old. Alright, Dan Ige versus Patricio Pitbull on the main card at 145. Weird one, slight dog. How much is Michael Johnson paying? He'd be paying hefty, yeah, plus 400. And I'll be going Dan Ige this one, but I actually flatline KO with one punch. I reckon he's going to flatten Patricio Pitbull with like a sneaky shot in the pocket that they can't see. They'll crash in the pocket. Dan's going to beat him to the punch and lay him out cold. He's 38. He just fought 3 months ago and got dropped badly in round 3. You know, and then he's got KO'd 2 years ago. It's not like he doesn't get KO'd. 1 year, 11 months, 2 years. 2 years, 6 months, 2 years. So 6 months between that. And then what was that? What, a year in between? Decision. Have I just spotted something? So he goes to a close decision, turns around, he gets KO'd. Goes to a decision, turns around fast, gets KO'd. Yep, Dan Ige's going to KO him with a sneaky shot on the inside. Maybe in round 1 I'll go. I'll go round 1 KO for Dan Ige. Just beating him to the punch. Just these guys are very similar, but I just think Dan Ige's a little bit better and a bit younger, way more durable and in his prime. Patricio's small, and yeah, I just don't know what he's going to do to Dan Ige. Beat him by decision or drop him? That'd be insane. But yeah, pretty confident in that one. All right, Kevin Holland versus, and pretty confident he KOs him as well. I think people will be picking Dan Ige by decision, but no. I reckon he really KOs him badly as well, lays him out. Kevin Holland versus Daniel Rodriguez is our featured fight. Daniel Rodriguez you have to pay for to see this year, which is awesome, even though he just fought Alex Morono on a fight night. And then it's like, oh, that was a good performance. No, it was Ponzi, wasn't it? Yeah, just knocked out Ponzi, and it's like, it's time. You've earned yourself a feature fight on the pay-per-view. And who else knocked out Ponzi? Well, you wouldn't be able to see it because he fights too much. But yeah, Kevin Holland's taking D-Rod on at welterweight. And I'll be taking Kevin on. Kevin Holland here by decision. I don't see how he finishes D-Rod. D-Rod's got a granite chin, got head kicked by Ian Gary, and that's about it. I don't think he's ever been KO'd before that. He's been dark-stroked by Neil Magny in the 3rd, so maybe there's an avenue. But like Neil Magny grappled and shot takedowns and D-Rod entertained the grappling. I don't think Kevin Holland's going to shoot a takedown here and take down D-Rod. I don't think D-Rod's going to shoot a dumb takedown and get anacondaed or get dropped and get anacondaed. I really don't see him getting dropped. I reckon it's going to be a bit of a dull kick at you, teep at you, rangy strikes, pitter-patter, not the best fight, and Kevin Holland wins by decision. I feel pretty good about that. I'd be surprised if he chinned D-Rod. That'd be insane. Kevin Holland doesn't really seem to have that one-hitter quitter anymore. Did hurt Vicente with a big elbow, dropped Gunnar Nelson. Like Gunnar Nelson, D-Rod. D-Rod's tough as fuck. He's got a great chin. So yeah, I feel pretty good that this goes the distance. If he does finish him, it'll be by submission. I really don't see him knocking him out. That'd be insane. I really think that'd be insane. All right, co-main event of the evening. Paulo Costa takes on Roman Kopylov at the middleweight division, and I will be taking Roman Kopylov. I know Paulo Costa's a good underdog. He's been given no chance. But honestly, you trust Chris Curtis to go out there and actually box more than Paulo Costa these days. I can see Paulo Costa standing at range and watching himself get kicked the fucking shit out of here. I'm just standing at range. He's probably seen some of Kopylov's highlights, seen that he's a fast kicker, and he doesn't want any of that, and he's going to get kicked. He's going to get kicked a lot. Kopylov slows down. He looked bad in his last fight. Started getting figured out with Chris Curtis's jab, and then Chris Curtis just looked bad. So this is weird. And maybe Costa grapples. He's a big guy. That seems to be Roman's Achilles heel back in the day. Rear naked choke by Fluffy. And they're both 34. But Kopylov's on the run. Oh, look, it's like the complete opposite of each other. That's pretty funny. Luke Rockhold. Oh, my God. Yeah, I forgot that. Paulo Costa has no wins anymore. No relevant wins. Yoel Romero, Uriah Hall, Luke Rockhold. This guy's a thing of the past, it seems. But Roman Kopylov, I can't believe he's in a co-main of a pay-per-view. But yeah, I'm going to go him. Super fast. I think he's the fastest middleweight on the roster, in my opinion. But it doesn't last long. But I don't think Paulo Costa's going to start walking him forward and beating him up. So no, he wins. Kopylov by decision. Yep. All right, and the main event of the evening, Max Holloway takes on Dustin Poirier for the BMF title. And I will be taking the diamond here. Dustin Poirier to win this one. I'm not too confident in it, but I do think that he gets it done eventually. I feel like the moment might get to him. He'll look a bit shit in the first round. Max takes the first round, outstriking him at range. I get picking Max this week. He's closer to his prime, you would say, but Dustin's coming off the Islam performance. And Max just got KO'd for the first time ever. Also, there is that stat that Dustin's never lost 2 fights in a row. It's not why I'm picking him, but Dustin's already beat him twice. And although Max has looked really good recently, he still is very hittable. And are we saying like it's going to just be a 5-round masterclass where he doesn't get hit? Or maybe he takes Dustin shots, but I reckon some point in between round 4 or something, maybe even round 5, he's going to get clipped by a big shot in the pocket, wobble to the back of the cage, and Dustin's going to hit one of his volume combos, just going to make sure, and finish off Max Holloway, who was getting tagged a bunch by Volk in their third fight. Although he looked great against Justin Gaethje, did he not get dropped in that fight? He still got clipped on the top of the head and dropped, hit by Ilia Topuria, knocked out. He still gets hit every single fight. He's most absorbed strikes. Although he's been looking sick, good kicks at range, I feel like it's very hard for him to win this one and have just the perfect fight, especially coming off his first KO. He's not going to fully trust himself. This is the last hurrah for Dustin. He's already beat him twice. Maybe he's just got his number. And I think like Max is a great striker and a good kickboxer, but in the pocket boxing and boxing-wise, Dustin's just got him. He's going to tag him with a big shot in the pocket. And Volk landing on him at will in round 3. Even with a broken nose, Gaethje dropped him. Ilia Topuria, who is a beast, knocked him out badly, coming off the first KO ever. So you never really know what... Like, if this was him coming off the Gaethje performance, and you could see the confidence he had in the Ilia Topuria fight, and also the way he's been acting about how Gaethje hits harder or a bit salty about Ilia. I don't know if he's in the right mindset, and I just think Dustin's going to get him. Dustin's going to get him at some point. I don't see a Max Holloway masterclass, but I really do understand why he'll just take the shots. He still has a granite chin, and he'll outland Poirier every round and just land a bit better and stay on his bike, good kicks and stuff. But I reckon Poirier will track him down eventually. Maybe have a slow start because he's in his hometown. He's wearing the fight shorts, last dance on his mouth guard. It's all happening. Where this is Max is like trying to get a win. So I can see it being like all a bit too much, and he just never gets out of the blocks, and Max Holloway just stays in front of him. When this fight first got signed, I was like, you know what, I can see Max getting it done this time. But I'm just going to stick to my guns. Stick to my guns and pick Poirier. who's got his number, and I think Max Holloway just loves getting beat the shit out of by the same guy 3 times in a row. After he gets knocked out by Poirier here, I can see him calling out Ilya again, just for no reason. And then calling him out again. And then, yeah, Max Holloway is a weird guy like that. So, yeah, that's the end of the video. How long did I go for? 30 minutes? Yep. Seems about right. Just a quick recap for you guys. Carli Judice definitely wins by decision. And wins. Bruno Ferreira wins by KO. Round 2, Ryan Spann, KO. Round 1. Prachnio decision, Dulatov first round finish, Ateba Gautier wins, Nikolay Veretennikov decision, Vettori decision, Vinicius Oliveira decision, Zellhuber KO round 2, Danige flatline round 1, Holland decision, Kopylov decision, and Poirier knockout round 4. But I reckon this card's going to be insane. Like Ryan Spann, Brzeski should be fun. Bruno Ferreira's fight's going to be fun. Prachnio, Crute, like something's going to happen. Dulatov, Fugitt, that's going to be amazing. First round finish. Gautier, Valentin's going to be a movie. Veretennikov, Prado should even be decent. Vettori, that's got bad blood and a bit of spice to it, so that should be a good fight. Vinicius, Phillips, I mean, you know what's happening now. It's amazing. Johnson, Zellhuber could be a war fight of the year. Pitbull's insane. Even Holland, Rodriguez, I actually expect to be a bit boring, but it's Holland and Daniel Rodriguez. Kopylov, Costa could be a movie, and Holloway, Poirier. Oh my god, I really look forward to this card. But this card's not worth $60, and I will not be paying for it. UFC, so you can stick that one. Seriously, I brought every card this year, but I'm not paying for Daniel Rodriguez. I'm not paying for Pitbull after I just seen him have the worst fight on UFC 314, and now he's fighting a guy that was on the prelims of that card. I'm not paying to watch Michael Johnson fight Daniel Zellhuber. Should be on a fucking fight night. So yeah, how about you go fuck yourself, UFC? I'm pissed now, but really good card. Thanks for that. 14 fights, all bangers. I love it. All right, see you guys later. Actually, I'll let it get to 32 minutes. Bit of lighting change at the end. Oi. How are yous? Alright, see yous.